Chapter 2. Hello? The group races deeper into the factory. As they get further, the walls in the area begin to transition into thick cement walls, with many pipes and utility lines extending overhead. Hanging light bulbs were the only thing illuminating the damp halls. A few old wires were seen dangling off the ceiling, swaying slightly from the group rushing by. Kyle is the one to take notice, while Tyler and Morgan take the lead.
Huh?
He eyes the layout of the area, even slowing down as he did so.
What's this place? I've never seen this part of the factory. Did we not fully explore the factory as kids?
Theo slows down after noticing Kyle. He comes to a stop with Jacqueline.
Kyle, come on!
Theo's voice snaps Kyle out of his zone.
Hurry up.
Jacqueline chimes in.
Those two are getting ahead of us.
Kyle hurries his step. They continue down the narrow hallway of pipes and cement walls, taking right turns and left turns to try to find an exit. The group's footsteps echo through the empty halls, with only the splashes from the puddles they run through breaking up the noise of their stampede.
Where's the exit at? This place is so creepy.
Jacqueline stated.
I figured we'd find a way out by now.
Theo muttered under his breath, as if it were supposed to be confined in his own mind.
Where the hell are we now? Are we lost?
Jacqueline, frustrated, continued. Kyle says nothing.
You're always anxious.
Theo teased.
Every building has a utility room. This one is just rather large because the factory is. It is strange, though. This almost feels too big for just the factory above.
Kyle still remained quiet. His head was still hazy from his sudden wake. He even trips over his own feet a couple of times during the run.
Where's the damn exit, you nerd?
Tyler's voice could be heard just up ahead. He and Morgan take a minute to wait for the rest of the group to catch up. Theo shrugs as he comes to a slow down.
Beats me. I don't carry a map on me. What do I look like? Diego the Explorer?
Tyler stares at him blankly. Theo half smiles as he looks over towards his sister and best friend with a slight, smug look.
Diego? Really? You don't know who that is.
I think you're thinking of Dora.
Kyle says, looking over his shoulder towards the other end of the cement wall hallway, which looks suspiciously darker, even with hanging light bulbs.
Diego doesn't hold a map.
What? You're lying.
Theo pulls out his phone.
Let me see.
Morgan crosses her arms. She is visibly nervous.
We shouldn't be bickering over this. We gotta keep moving. I can't get into trouble with the law. My parents would remove me from the trust fund.
That's weird. My phone's not working.
Theo says out loud.
Mine too.
Jacqueline added. The group collectively found out that none of their phones were working. The signal was gone, and the screens flickered before static began to cover everything up.
This just keeps getting better and better,
Tyler says sarcastically. Meanwhile, the security guard continues the chase and follows the kids through the red exit door.
I am not going to get fired this early into my job. I thought this was going to be easy. What the hell are these kids doing here?
The security guard slows down after realizing the echo from his footsteps and comes to a halt. He listens for the kids' footsteps with his hand around his ear to help focus. All he heard was the sound of dripping water landing on the concrete floors. He shines his flashlight around to look at his surroundings.
I don't remember this area of the building. It wasn't part of the orientation.
The security guard thought as he began walking back to where he had come from.
Those damn kids. I hope this doesn't cost me my job. I just started, for fuck's sake.
He continues to walk, but after a while, he realizes that he should have reached the door by now.
Did I go the wrong way? I should have passed the door by now.
Everything looked the same. He begins to notice a pattern. The same signs every 50 feet or so, and burnt-out lights every third, then eighth, then fifth light. The sound of the dripping water on the floor stops, but is replaced with a new sound, the sound of water dripping onto a raincoat. He stops and looks back to see a figure, around the same size as one of the kids, wearing a yellow raincoat with its back towards him. The water dripped from the ceiling onto the figure and rolled off into the puddle directly below it.
Gotcha.
The security guard thought. The security guard starts to walk towards the kid.
Nowhere to run now. You're coming with me, and we are waiting for the police to arrive. Trespassing is a serious...
The security guard freezes as the figure turns to reveal that it is not one of the kids, but another security guard. He recognizes the guard from a picture in the office left by the old security guard.
Hey, you were the last security guard, right? Jim? Jim Morris? I'm the new guy, Damien. What are you doing down here? I was told you won the lottery and flew off to the Bahamas.
The security guard named Damien asks nervously, chuckling. The old security guard, whose name is Jim Morris, responds.
Excuse me?
Damien walks towards Jim to get a closer look at his face. Jim's face was devoid of any expression. A blank expression would not be entirely accurate, as even a blank expression can sometimes appear to show emotion.
Hello?
Jim spoke again.
Hey.
Damien responds, confused by the awkward tone and strange response. As he gets within an arm's reach, Jim lunges forward and grabs his arm with inhuman strength.
What the fuck? Get off me, you freak!
Damien shouts, attempting to pull himself away with little result. As they are looking eye to eye, Jim's body bursts down the middle, spraying Damien's face with viscous fluid. His body begins to split in half, as if someone was wearing their skin as a suit with a zipper down the middle. The skin falls away from the middle of the man, revealing rows of sharp teeth traveling vertically from the navel of the creature to below the eyes. Its eyes were cloudy and white, like that of a dead fish rotting in the sun. Its gray, leathery skin uniformly covering its humanoid body like a latex suit, with very little variation or other features present. Its large vertical maw drips in anticipation, the teeth wiggling and pronating like the mandibles of insects. A scream from Damien is quickly muffled by the flesh of the creature's mouth latching onto his head, clamping down with brutal precision. His skull and flesh quickly give way under the force of the creature's large, crushing jaw. Ripping and tearing his flesh, shredding his neck and shoulders with the individually moving teeth, quickly working its way down his body, greedily stuffing itself. The sound and speed could most easily be compared to an unfortunate work-related accident involving a wood chipper. The group turns towards the sounds of blood-curdling screams before its silence was followed with cracks and crunching of bones towards the hallway behind them, now eerily growing darker. Morgan backs away.
What was that? Was that a scream?
Tyler shakes his head.
Nah, it's nothing, nerd. The security is just psyching us out.
The hell? That wasn't a fake cry, my guy. That was definitely somebody calling for help.
Theo shouted. Kyle just watches the dark hallway up ahead. He listens to the sounds around him, his friends arguing, Tyler pissing and moaning, the light bulbs buzzing before flickering, the sounds of leaking water pipes. Then footsteps. Heavy footsteps.
Shut up, everyone. Shut it.
The group looks down towards the hallway, going the opposite direction from where the scream was heard, to find an outline of a figure.
Hello?
A dull voice calls out. The entire group now collectively backs away from the figure, who now comes a bit into view.
Hello?
The dull voice calls out again.
We don't want any trouble.
Theo calls out.
We're trying to get out of here, all right? We didn't mean to trespass. There weren't any signs, man.
Excuse me?
The voice calls out. Damien steps into the light and becomes still, allowing them all to see that it was indeed a security guard. Kyle feels a strange tingling sensation run down his spine, a feeling of dread and danger. His body is telling him that he needs to run.
Guys, I don't think he's going to let us leave.
Kyle mutters, his voice trembling. Tyler has the same feeling, adrenaline coursing through his veins, a feeling he knows all too well. Tyler starts to square up, with his chest puffed out.
All right, buddy, if you're not going to say anything and be creepy, let's go right now.
Morgan grabs Tyler's shoulder.
Let's go, babe. I'm scared. I don't want to be here anymore. Please.
Kyle starts to back away slowly, while Tyler inadvertently causes a good enough distraction to get a head start on finding the way out. After a few feet, he turns and sprints back to the intersection they turned down, heading back to where they came from. As Kyle breaks into a sprint, Damien looks past the group and sees Kyle running. Damien suddenly breaks into a sprint, shooting off the ground like an Olympic athlete at the start of a race. Jacqueline screams.
Run!
As she turns, she sees Kyle ahead in a full sprint.
That fucker, he's hauling.
Theo by his sister's side, keeping up with her.
I've never seen him run so fast.
Theo and Jacqueline begin to close the gap on Kyle, but lose sight of him as he turns right at the junction.
He's heading back to the door we came in.
Theo pointed out. Tyler runs past both Theo and Jacqueline while carrying Morgan on his back, as they all hear the footsteps behind them getting closer and closer. They all turn right at the next junction and hear the security guard slip in a puddle and slide past the turn behind them as his arm was just about to grab Theo's shoulder. Kyle makes his way forward ahead of the others. He suddenly comes across a pool of blood where he sees a flashlight and a taser a few feet away from the blood. Slowing down enough to grab them both while continuing to run.
This must be the guards. I wonder why he dropped them.
Kyle thinks to himself. Tyler, still carrying Morgan, continues to stay ahead of Theo and Jacqueline, but does not see Kyle anywhere.
That fucking junkie left us here to die. He's probably found the way out and is halfway home by now.
Tyler furiously said.
He wouldn't do that. We probably took a wrong turn or may...
Morgan stops mid-sentence as she sees Kyle waving his arm at them, not too far ahead.
See, what did I tell you? He wouldn't leave us.
Morgan said with a smile on her face. It doesn't take Tyler long to get to Kyle, even with Morgan on his back. Morgan jumps off Tyler's back.
Did you find the way out, Kyle?
Morgan asks.
I think so. Well, I found a door with a lot of noise on the other side. Where are Theo and Jacqueline?
Kyle mumbles before falling back into the wall, sliding down to the floor. Kyle looked exhausted, sweating profusely. Tyler looks down the hallway and doesn't see either of them.
They were right behind us. Let's keep moving. They will find their way.
Tyler responds as he moves to the door. Kyle grabs his leg, but doesn't have the strength to stop him, as he loses his grip when Tyler gets to the door.
Wait, we have to wait for them.
Kyle says quietly, with very little energy left in him. Before Tyler opens the door, ignoring Kyle, they hear footsteps quickly approaching.
I don't see them.
Theo says in a panic.
They can't be far. We were right behind that fuck.
Jacqueline was cut off as Morgan grabbed her from the side and pulled her into the small entryway.
Morgan, you scared the shit out of me.
Jacqueline shouted as her heart was racing. Theo, a few steps behind her, almost running past them, jumped into the small entryway.
We have to go now. The guy is right behind us.
Theo shouts. The group hears footsteps quickly approaching. Tyler opens the door quickly. They all pile through the door, with Theo slamming it behind them.